What factors influence blood glucose readings obtained with continuous glucose monitors? You may have noticed that there is a difference between the blood sugar value displayed on your CGM and that measured by your glucometer. It's normal. The CGM measures the sugar level using a sensor equipped with an electrode which is inserted under the skin. CGMs measure the level of sugar in a liquid called interstitial fluid. It takes a while for the sugar in the blood to get into the interstitial fluid, hence why there is a delay of 5 to 10 minutes between the value of the sugar level measured at the fingertip and the one measured under the skin. The value of the liquid under the skin is almost always late compared to that at the fingertip. If your blood sugar level is stable, your glucometer results and your CGM results will be similar. On the other hand, if it fluctuates, you will notice a difference between the two values. This difference can be accentuated when the blood sugar level varies rapidly, such as after a meal, after an injection of insulin, or during physical activity. This situation could be compared to wagons on a roller coaster. The first car represents the sugar level in the blood, and the last, the sugar level measured by the CGM. When blood sugar is stable, there is little difference between measurements. However, when blood sugars vary, for example, after a meal, the difference can be greater. The sugar level will first increase in the blood before it does in the interstitial fluid and therefore on CGM. On the other hand, when blood sugar levels drop, for example, during physical activity, the decrease in the blood is first observed before it is seen on the CGM. There are other situations where this delay is more important and where your CGM may be less accurate, such as during the very first day or days you wear your sensor and when your reader indicates very high or very low values indicated by high or low. In some of these situations, it is important to confirm the result displayed by testing capillary blood sugar. For example, here, the trend arrows are pointing down and the blood sugar is 4.8, but the measured capillary sugar is 3.4. Treatment for hypoglycemia is therefore required. Additionally, since the value on the CGM will be slow to ascend, it will be necessary to confirm if the treatment worked by doing a capillary blood sugar test. Depending on the CGM you are using, certain medications or supplements can distort the result for several hours. This is the case of acetaminophen or Tylenol, salicylic acid or aspirin, as well as vitamin C in high doses. Knowing the situations that can influence the accuracy of CGMs allows you to know when to validate the results by capillary measurement in order to implement the right interventions and use them optimally.